I'm going to analyze a few shots from the Gruffalo.
A Gruffalo? Yeah.
On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good.
Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house.
It's wonderfully good of you, Snake. But no! I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo.
A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?
A Gruffalo? Why didn't you know? His eyes are orange. His tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back.
Purple prickles. Where are you meeting him?
Here, by this lake.
Silly old snake. Doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo.
Mouse says he's meeting him
There, by those rocks.
by that stream.
By that lake. And his favourite food is
Roasted fox.
Oh, ice cream.
scrambled snake.
Silly old snake. Doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. Oh! Oh! Who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back. Oh, help. Oh, no. It's a Gruffalo.
This is the shot where we meet our hero, the mouse, for the first time. In this wide shot, he takes only a tiny fraction of the available space in the frame. He seems really small in relation to his environment. There's also a lot of head space, and this leads the viewer to anticipate that he may be vulnerable to his surroundings. It is a visually striking shot designed to capture the attention of the viewer, with a narrow depth of field in which only objects close to the mouse plane appear sharp and the background and the foreground are defocused. Tonal color separation and contrast also work as depth cues The character is framed within the foreground elements, but we still know that his presence is the most important element in the scene despite his size. We can find him in one of the focal points according to the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds can be found present in various compositions along the film. In this long shot, for example, the camera keeps panning while the mouse tries to keep its place around the rightmost third. In this one, we can focus on the mouse while he struggles with hunger. These are other examples of this principle. In this particular one, the effect of the rule of thirds is amplified by the low angle of the camera, which shows that the mouse is in danger. The camera angles in this film are used to highlight certain aspects of the story, such as levels of power and hierarchy, like in this high-angle shot where the mouse is being stalked by the snake before their encounter, but he doesn't know it yet. Or this low-angle one, where we clearly see the power relation between the two characters. Or the shot where the Gruffalo is revealed, which is a high-angle shot of the scared mouse, followed by a reverse low-angle shot of the scary Gruffalo. We can also see an example of the golden ratio used as a rule for composition in this shot, where we see the knot that the mouse wants to reach. The Hitchcock rule is also playing a role on giving the necessary importance to the knot, which will also motivate him to start his journey later in the story. Something we can say about these scenes is that there is a difference of color temperature and contrast between the parts of the story when the mouse is going through good moments versus when he is going through difficult times. In these shots, for example, we can see how the warm colors, soft shadows, and low contrast are predominant. In the next shots, we find a high contrast instead. Darker and colder tones prevail in the background and foreground, and the warmest color is the one coming from the mouse itself. The relationship between characters is established in various ways. As I mentioned before, the camera angle serves the story to show the power shifts between them, but also the position relative to the other in the composition reveal a lot about their interactions and their importance in the story. For example, this group shot, where all of the evil characters are positioned in an equidistant triangle, which shows that they're equally evil, and that they are in the same hierarchy in the forest. Usually the way in which the characters are posed display clearly their feelings and attitudes, but also close-up shots are used frequently to reveal their reactions and emotions through the story. Finally,
What's a Gruffalo?
The Gruffalo is a British-German short film that was based on a children's book with the same name, and it was an Academy Award nominee in 2011 for Best Animated Short Film.